Good evening and welcome to my end of the week recap here for Apple and thoughts and trade plan for the coming week. So real quick here, I haven't really taken any new trades on Apple except for Thursday and Friday. Had a beautiful bounce here, bullish almost inside bar here right off the 8 EMA. So I took these 17 July 350s here at 160. I had the intention to go ahead and buy more because I thought it was going to come down on Friday, but of course the job numbers came out and Apple just absolutely exploded higher, put in a new all-time high. Managed to sell those out at 350. So I am waiting for a retest of this level. So what I'm going to look at doing on Monday is right here. I will look to reload some, I'm call it July 350s again, right here, with a stop just below. I'm actually going to do the same thing at every one of these levels because when Apple does make a new all-time high, even though this is a little bit different than usual, because when is put in a V like this, say for example right here, it does pull back in, comes up, pulls back in, then it finally breaks out to a new high. So what I'm looking at are the more significant pullbacks from all-time highs, much like this one where we came from 329 down to the low 200s, which was, wish I had all my notes on here still. This was approximately 35% drawdown from that all-time high. I believe this one was right around 40% or so. I mean, I know these numbers aren't exact, but right around 40%. So I'm looking at these as one of the usual pullbacks and now rally back up to all-time highs. So what has happened in recent history every time that has occurred? There's also one right here. So you have a pullback, you come up to all-time highs. This one chopped sideways before finally rallying up higher. It doesn't necessarily fall apart like most people would think it does or would want it to do. Maybe it does something like this where it does put in a new all-time high and then just crashes. We'll see. But right now, this one here had a triple top, pulled back for about a year and a half. It took almost a full year, actually almost 2 full years to break out and start to continue higher. And this one pulled back in, took a full year. So I do want to catch whatever remaining move there is to the upside here for Apple. There is a potential possibility right here that this is a blow off. Apple's PE, I believe, is now back over 21, 22-ish area at these levels, which usually means that big money is not necessarily going to be buying. It's just simple trend following algorithms and robots that continue to press prices higher and higher, while the big investors that think that their price target has been reached, they start to sell. It's simple as that until there are no buyers left to continue pushing price up. And in that case, it starts to roll over. But anyways, that's probably going to be sometime in the future. I'm not saying this week. Actually, on Thursday, I was saying Apple may make a new all-time high either Friday or this coming week. And I mean, that's not that hard of a call to make when you're at 320 and all-time high was 327. So anyways, I do want to go ahead and look to buy some more calls on any kind of pullbacks. I like the price. I like that target of 350, and those calls are very liquid. There's a lot of activity in them. They do move well. If it does pull back all the way down to the the 50 SMA down here at 290, I will drop my strike price down probably to around the 310s, 305s area down here. And at the 200 SMA, which is unlikely to happen, I will go ahead and pull them down to even below 300 strikes. So if you've been short this whole way up in Apple, if your guru continues to tell you to be short this whole way up through Apple, you just broke to an all-time high, maybe he'll be right and you've taken 50, 60, 70, 80% drawdown on your position. You might make your 10% and be able to get out and cheer and yell and be happy, but reevaluate following that guru. So anyways, that's my thoughts on Apple going forward into next week. These are the levels I'm looking at buying. I do want to continue to hammer away at those June 350 calls, and we'll see what happens. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.